Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today is a new day. I recorded the regular episode that I was supposed to record, and then I went to bed. I have woken up. It is now 3 p.m., and I am recording Monster Train. We got 4 more episodes to knock out. I'm looking to do 2 now, and then probably 2 after stream tonight, and I should then be good. Ideally, I do like 3 now and 1 after stream or something, or like 3 over the course of the day, but that doesn't matter. Logistically, it doesn't matter. All that I realized is I need to record more Monster Train than I expected. I didn't realize how much I had to do. And I am like, if I had one more day, everything would be fine, but it's just going to be a lot. It's a lot of Monster Train today. It's also very hot today. My windows are open. It's been a long time since I've had to tell you that. But if you hear any errant noises, that means that someone outside, they got mad at a tree, probably. Or something like that. I heard a lot of weird noises during Ratropolis recordings. Maybe a tractor goes down the road. Maybe my neighbor takes a chainsaw and decides he's going to take down that tree finally after all these years. You never know. It's the countryside in the Midwest. You never know what you're going to find. All right. Let's get to it, shall we? I think we're Wendleton today. I think so. I believe I left off on the Queen. In terms of backlog, and then I went and recorded my normal Awoken run, and now we're here. I should do so. I think this is over with a fade run, if I'm not mistaken. If I have 4 more, I have this one. Yeah, so we got 4 more to do. Let's get to it, shall we? And beware, there's gonna be dogs barking. There will be some ambient noise in this one. Usually I record very late because everything is asleep, but I don't have a choice. It's a little better for me to record in the afternoons anyway, because it's like, you know, I get it out of the way, it's done for the day. I can spend my nights focusing on making sure everything's uploaded on time, but that doesn't matter too much. We've been on a bad streak. It's been rough. Monster Train and we've been having some trouble, and that's not going to change because we're playing one of the worst possible clan combos in the game in Awoken Umbra. Very exciting. I'm glad that the game is giving me a nice easy one. Who knows? Maybe something will change. This is also right after the patch notes. I recorded the patch note video like 30 minutes ago, just so you're aware. There have been some changes, but you should know what they are already. I put out a patch notes video. I'm not going to go over them here. If you don't want to watch the patch notes video, you can look them up yourself. I didn't link to them in the video. I should probably do that after this recording. I will remember to do that. I probably won't remember to do that. But anyway, you know, check out the patch notes if you haven't. I'm not gonna go over them here again. I did a video on it if you really want to hear my thoughts on it. It's like 15 minutes, just talking through all of the changes. Let's get to it, shall we? Thank you for joining me on this fine whatever day it is today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get going. Plating Sealed, Daedalus, Failure Arcus, Sap Seraph, Wildwood Sap, Pack Morsels, Pyre Shards, Exile Awoken, Exile Umbra. Interesting thing about this start is that all of our cards consume. You don't see this too often. I don't think it changes a lot, but it's interesting nonetheless. Sap Seraph. Cursed Vines is really, really good, though. Cursed Vines is excellent. It gives us a nice, consistent early to mid-game ping where we have none. Okay, so I've spent a lot of time playing around with Strangler, and I think that Strangler kills you. I think this unit kills you. Just straight up. You need to have a lot of defensive scaling and a lot of offensive scaling. We have okay defensive scaling with Wildwood Sap, but we have no offensive scaling. I'm down to commit hard here, though. Like, I'm not against it. It's going to be strong early, and we can always pivot off of it. I feel like if I commit hard here, I'm looking for Razor Sharp Edge to take me away from this. And then we're looking for Quick and then some sort of frontliner. I'm down to try this, actually. No, let's go Thornlord. I feel like I always go, well, I think the Strangler is really bad, but I'm down to give it a try. I never really just commit hard on Thornlord. Let's give it a go. In this run, I am going to most likely look for Awoken units because I don't think there's a whole lot of merit to Umbra units with Awoken. I think that Awoken kind of locks you out of wanting to take Umbra units. It's not, like, the end of the world if you do, but Wendleton does not work with an Umbra unit. I can't play like a Crucible Collector in front of this. I can't put a Morsel Maid down up here, right? Well, I could actually put a Morsel Maid down with one space, funnily enough. Why'd I pull this to the front? I'll just fix it later, it's fine. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like these two clans, they are more or less mutually exclusive, and that's kind of been my problem over the last few runs, I feel, is that I've been treating the two clans as like mutually exclusive as I'm about to here. Where I just pick a plan from one clan and ignore the other. But at the same time, what am I gonna do in Exile Awoken, Exile Umbra? Like, I don't feel like it's wrong. I don't feel like I have a better choice. So, you know. Just try to pick off this foot soldier. Except that some damage goes through here. We don't really care about damage taken early. It won't be the end of the world. See how much Vine Grasp did in this combat, too? Vine Grasp did a lot here. Vine Grasp did a lot. So, in the patch changes, and this is the unit that I'm most interested in trying on this run, Thorn Hollow. Although, probably not on this run, because I think that this Wendleton is a frontline unit, and I will want to look for a backline to compensate for his frontlining ability. Although if I see Enchant quick, maybe he can be my main plan. I doubt it, though. Yeah, I probably don't pick Thorn Hollow, actually, because what the hell am I going to do with Thorn Hollow? He would potentially kill backline, but I don't have a lot of healing. I think we want to see Shattered Shell here, primarily. Another Wildwood Sap is fine. I'm glad I didn't go for the hard commit Strangler line, because if I did, we'd be looking at Sharpen right now and going, well, I guess it's better than nothing. This card should cost 1. God, it's so bad. It's not even bad, it's just not good. It's like Rage Serum. I'll take Sap, it's fine. Yeah, I will pick, I'll pick cards from Umbra that don't involve morsels, such as Mind Collapse. Hey, Shattered Shell. Cool. So Shattered Shell can be our main plan. We throw him multi-strike, hopefully find an Animus of speed to infuse, find him a little survivability, and he should take this run all the way to the end. With a little help from Root Seeds. I think we go left for the spell for the Steel Shop. That's right. In the last episode, I'm going to begin to build better habits with this game, just in case the game is fucking me here. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna scroll through real quick, and we're gonna make sure that there's a temple towards the end of the combat, so that I don't get got again. I am okay. I'm gonna try to remember to do that after the first combat from now on, just so that situation never arises again. It's a very frustrating situation, but, you know. It wasn't in the last episode, it was in the last episode that I recorded, which happened 5 days ago or so. That's right. Okay, but there's a Steel Shop here, which leads me to feel like I'm okay to look for a good infusion. Actually, really quick, let me pull up the logbook. I want to double check. I want to look at Umbra units or their essences. I think you can maybe get away with Crucible Warden as your unit essence on Shattered Shell. Assuming that we find multi-strike quick, we can just give him survivability. We could give him Morsel Maker, and that's okay. We could give him... Yeah, we could give him Morsel Maker, or we could give him Crucible Warden. And then in the Awoken camp, we can give him Animus of Speed, and then with Animus of Speed infusion, we just give him a survivability enhancement. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go about this, I feel. We could also just give him Husk Hermit. I think there's 2 good choices in either banner, so we just go left now, and that way we see a Steel Shot, maybe we see, yeah, quick. Yeah, Morsel Maker. I think that +6/+6 is good enough for our boy's survivability that it will be fine. Scaling him 6 health per turn plus a baseline +5. By the time he's threatened, he should be safe. So I will do this. And we'll throw quick at him. I'm really glad I didn't take Strangler on this run, because I think Strangler would ruin everything. I mean, Strangler would make this a non-line. Although maybe Strangler with Morsel Maker is actually secret tech. I'm going to do this right now. Actually, is there a temple in the next ring? There is, but I think that this is a lot of power. Just throwing Morsel Maker at Shattered Shell right now. I think this is really good. +6 per round. I wonder if I could play top 4 potentially. Maybe. Spikes trials are an absolute no-go from here on. We never pick spikes. I could probably even get away with it, but you're one wrong call away. I guess I could have done it, actually. Because of Vine Grasps, I could have pinged off these. Oh well. I'm gonna catch the 9 times too. I probably don't need to. I don't need to worry too much about this combat either way. And I'm gonna sit back in my chair. We're gonna get comfortable, everyone. Strap yourselves in. This one shouldn't be particularly long, but you never know with this game. I've been dropping, like, a lot of the runs that I lost, I feel like I lost at weird times. I guess not a lot, but some of the runs that I lost, I felt like got lost at weird times. Like, I lost a lot of runs on, like, 4-5. It felt weird. I think we're one multi-strike away. This is a winning line, I'm almost certain. Because Thornlord will help, he'll scale up to kill frontline with early and mid, and then Shattered Shell in the end game of the combat will just handle the rest. You can see he gets to 32. If he had multi-strike, he'd be killing all the heavies. The scaling will be roughly similar. Ideally, we pick up a... What would I want? I think a Razor Sharp could be cool. Or I'll pick Restoration Detonation here, potentially, but Restoration Detonation ends up falling off once Shattered Shell's scaled all the way. No, we'll just see what they show us and we'll make a choice. Probably the easiest way to go about it. Right, so Restoration Detonation, this is the same card pack, but the cards are in a different order, by the way. Restoration Detonation is interesting. It's good now, and then once Shattered Shell gets to the point where he kills the whole floor instantly, Restoration Detonation is worthless to me. But, hold on. Sorry, an errant cough came my way. I think Restoration Detonation is good because it says restore health and not regen. Which means I can use this to top off Shattered Shell. It's not necessarily the best pick, but it's a safer pick. Like, Wildwood Sap is probably a good choice here as well. I could just throw it at the Shattered Shell, but there's a bit of uncertainty there. Based on when Shattered Shell takes damage versus when we draw Wildwood Sap, you know? Where Restoration Detonation just lets me burst heal 10 and fix problems. Prismal Dust is probably the right choice here. I mean, it's never really a bad card to take. I'll grab it. It's not going to be great here because we have so much draw. I'm not going to have excess energy to dump into it, but it's going to be fine. I have no Awoken unit I need. I don't feel like with double stack Wildwood Sap is super important, so we'll just go look for multi-strike. Yo! Monster Train. Is this a peace offering? I know that we've had our differences, but... That's funny. In the patch notes, this event was said to become significantly, not significantly, but like 40% less common, and I get it in the first one. I think Train Stewards are worse because, like, Train Stewards worse than Plink because Plink incants, and I'm going to draw both of these cards anyway. Value Stone plus 10 piercing. I think at this point I want to plan through the rest of the run. Like, once I have my unit, I can plan out my pack shards. So we have 50. Need to take 25 at a temple, 25 at a temple. I will probably look for... Like, Value Stone doesn't do much. True Stone, Piercing, Plink. I think True Stone, it's nice to just pick up 10s wherever, since we're ahead in terms of knowledge of pack shard requirements. And it's not a bad idea. We're very strong right now, so I'm not worried about taking pack shards. So I'm down to just grab, like, a True Stone on the card there. Because it's good, right? It's nice to have piercing on that spell. Sure. I'm a little worried about Shattered Shell's upward scaling on this one. I think that Shattered Shell will have a bit of trouble reaching the numbers that I would want. Thank you, Plink, for not hitting the boss. I really didn't want you to do that. That would have been terrible. Like, it takes Shattered Shell a while to get going. That's the biggest problem I think we will face on this run. But if we answer that, which... Like, there's no card I can answer that with, so I just have to be smart about when I let enemies take damage. Oh. Well, I read that as +10, not -10. Well, anyway, I just need to be smart as I ruin myself. It won't matter in this combat, but I don't want to be doing things like that in the future. I can probably just get there with root seeds also. If I spam it. Maybe there's a bit of anti-synergy between Prismal Dust and Wildwood Sap also. Worth considering. I think we just make root seeds our major line scaling plan, and I think that's good. I think that'll be fine. Dang. It doesn't matter though, we're gonna walk through this combat pretty comfortably. I think we'll actually lean pretty heavily on Wendleton's damage output here to help us along in terms of killing things in the late game. Like 71 times 2 is a good sign. Take energy here for sure. And we might end up taking space so we can pivot to the mid-floor plan. It'd be nice when Flink doesn't kill enemies. That way I can play it and not have to think as much. I don't know. I think this will be fine. I mean, 104 times 2 after 6 rounds of combat. This is 8 rounds of combat? No. It's 6 rounds of, like, actually fighting enemies. This is a pretty good number to be at. We'll want to scale a little faster than this for mid-game, but hopefully late-game our deck is thinned down enough that this works. Quick Tome. That's a shame. I think I'm right to pick up Blazing Bolts. It's weird because it'll potentially steal backline kills from me, so maybe I just grab Forever Consumed. Yeah, let's grab Forever Consumed here. That card's fine. Sapwood. God, every time I take this I go, it's fine. Like, it's not good, but it's not terrible. And we have, we can take another unit. We can afford another draw priority unit. It doesn't mess us up. And I have a lot of card draw. I'll go with Sapwood here. It's fine. Like, it's not good, but it's not aggressively bad. We have a bunch of X costs to dump the energy in also. It's fine. It doesn't make me want to take draw. I'm still going to take energy, but I might take draw at the next one. I'm pretty sure we just look at removals. We remove all the Train Stewards, and we start cutting out Plinks. Get this deck down to just Root Seeds. Oh, the Sap's going to hurt on Seraph, I bet. Might be worth it to grab Endless for the Sapwood if we have the chance. Just to help counteract the Sap on Seraph. Or I could put it top 4 to bait, but that seems bad. Oh, Mindjax is sick. Mindjax means I don't have to take space. Cool. That's good. I was thinking about maybe taking draw and then forcing top 4, but now we don't have to think about that because we got Mindjax. Very nice. I'm not against just taking a 10 here for Purge Stone. We'll be at what? We'll be at 45, we'll be at 60, 70, I take 15, 15. Seems fine. Purging a Blink seems good here. The big thing, and the reason I don't take the 15 there is because I don't want to go to 50. 50 is the number of pack shards that makes the next combat scary. Yeah, I actually don't think that going for quick on Wendleton would have been good because, well, one, we found quick already, but two, his health stays at 70 for the whole combat if I do that, and it's scary. Please draw Shattered Shell turn 1. Usually I would say don't Invasion Trial this combat, but with Shattered Shell it should be fine. Now I could pick off every Haste enemy. I don't think I need to. Let me look at this. This is 140. I think I focus on taking this enemy out. And we'll just hope for the best. Nice energy to counter the Ember Drain. I think I'm going to take damage from this frontmost enemy, and that's probably not worth it at the end of the day. What if I do this? Like, when you get right down to it, taking this damage is not going to be super worth, because this is... It's like 20. Ugh. It's a lot. But not much I can do. Just Restoration Detonation, try to stop this big damage. Sure, I can put down Prismal Dust. I don't really want to plank up here because I don't want to steal kills from Shattered Shell. The reason I took the trial is because the Shattered Shell should scale pretty well from that. I'll take 20. That's not the end of the world. Is it worth for the money? Yeah, probably, because we are reasonably well off on the money front, or on the health front, so it's okay to trade health for money, I feel. Now this is gonna hurt. This is gonna do 11. Every spell I play is +2. I'm off by 20 though, so there's nothing I can do. And Plinking will most likely make my damage output worse. Like even if Plink double hits this guy and I get both pack morsels out, I will still not catch him. So there's no reason to play Plink. This combat's tough, and after this combat, it's a lot easier, I feel. Like, taking the trial on the haste combat is always going to be a bit of a risk. You know, you accept that you're going to take some damage for it, but we were at 100 health, and it wasn't going to be too bad. In some better cases, we don't take anything here, but you can definitely see where our problems on this run are going to lie. Scaling up to kill the first 2 heavies is where we are stuck right now. That is all we really have to think about and answer, because once we answer that, we're chilling. Because after the first 2 heavies, we're at, you know, 50 times 2, 70 times 2. It's why it's good to take cards like Forever Consumed on this run, I expect. I'm not worried about the boss. I could, like, ping off the haste if I was worried. I think we're chilling. Our run has one problem, because we do well in Relentless, we have a ton of regen. We kill backline because we have a quick sweeper, we just have to answer frontline. Enter Ensnare. Yes, that card's nuts. If I hold that over, it's insane. Like, that just answers all of my problems. And I will skip. I think, yeah, we just look for holdover, or not. I could dupe it, but I'll go removals. I think it's good to thin this deck down still. Give me a sec, I'm gonna clear my throat. That's a little better. Let's go look at artifacts and also removals here. Faulty Loader helps a lot as well. That's a good relic. Mark of a Champion? It's like, what, is 3 attacks? So yeah, Trader's Quill is good. We're getting a lot of good relic answers to our problems, which is a good sign. I'll probably remove all the plinks, and then I'll remove, like, packed morsels. And then after that, Pyre Shards if I have any removals left. Probably won't, though. That's 5 that I outlined. I think it's a little late for Capricious Reflections, and Hell Pact is really good with Mind Collapse, Forever Consume, and Prismal Dust in the deck. I'm happy to take Hell Pact. I really feel like Hell Pact should just be an Umbra relic. Give me Faulty Loader here. I'll lose some of the melee weakness some of the time to Revenge Boy, but for the most part, Faulty Loader is going to add a lot of value. I'm down. I think the armor 15 doesn't hurt me that much on this combat. This is a combat that I think you disrespect. Stealth combat's usually pretty easy as long as you have an answer in your deck. We answer backline reasonably well. Would prefer to not draw like this. Both Deadweights turn 1 isn't good. Leave you alive. The melee weakness means we should never have a problem here. I'm not actually doing the math though, to be fair. I'm just kind of going, it's probably fine. Okay, play Vine Grasps on these. Oh, this unit's infused. Wow. Okay, let's be a little... Oh, whoops. I said let's be smart, and then I did a bad thing. I forgot I picked up Trader's Quill, and I was thinking about the incant. It's the same outcome if I do this. but I get to keep my Sapwood alive for another turn, which is good. Oh, hey, he doesn't, right, because they're dazed. Forgot about the daze. So 3 goes to 6, and the second hit will do 3. I think I need to go to at least 5, which will do 10. I think I just play 2 root seeds. Oh yeah, that's +3. Should have played that down here. Okay. We get there. No worries. What are you worried about? Nothing. That's right. We're definitely incentivized. It's fine. I don't mind losing that 1 kill. We're incentivized. I'm not gonna put any more consumes up here though. That's the takeaway. It's important to get the regen down, I think. Although I probably could have just waited. Yeah, I should have just waited. That's alright though. Need to make sure this enemy dies. Too sweet. So we will. I think it is worth again to keep Sapwood alive. Take just 1 energy next turn is fine. Okay. I was gonna say something, but I dropped whatever I was saying. Oh no. Thank you, Ensnare. Yeah, so I'll learn my lesson and I won't play wild with Sap right now. This is, I can use Vine Grasp as extra energy, which is pretty neat. Start working on this big boy. Put some damage at him. Get that ensnare value though, it just stops that enemy hard. It's great. It's so good here. This guy's a problem. I cannot solve. I think I'll just take it a little bit. I have answers in the deck, but they are not answers to an enemy in his position. He is a nightmare. Yeah. I could catch him. Let me think. Hold on. Oh, I'll draw Vine Grasp. Actually, it's fine. It's actually fine. It's not a problem at all. I have the Vine Grasp from Curse Vines. Lets me pull him to the front, and then I can Forever Consumed. Oh wait, he just dies anyway? Dies to Wildington. Wow. So impressed I call him by his actual name. Yeah, this Forever Consumed is pretty strong. 150 still kills. It's only 146. This is what I want to do. Okay. Magic shots are all that we really need. A little health onto our unit wouldn't be bad. They died a sweep, it's fine. I can just take 180 here. A little health onto the Wilting Sapwood wouldn't be bad, but I really just want to up the Wildwood Sap value, because it would make me feel a lot better if I didn't go into this Relentless with 8 regen. But I don't have Restore to act as regen maintenance, so our total regen over the course of the combat is 15. If we up that to like 35, it's a lot better. I'll click every ensnare you show me. No questions asked. I think Ember Forge is better than Wilting Sapwood, which is really sad. I could take it and infuse it, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But yeah, most important here is going to magic shops. We will remove Plink most likely. Double stack is good. Double stack Wildwood Sap is good. Normally I slam -1, but I'm going to take 2 15s. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to leave it at 2 cost in case we see Value Stone, because we don't have a good Value Stone target. This becomes a good Value Stone target, so I'll just take another one to -1. Reroll this. Permafrost. Freezing Ensnare is decent. If I don't get Holdover, which I didn't here, Ensnare being a card I can play whenever is fine with me. Holding it for a specific heavy, we'll have one that we can play when we draw, and then one that we just hold. Okay, Blinks go. I take the money here, and then we take 15-15. The alternative is, if I see Value Stone, it's a little worse, because I can duplicate. But if I don't see Value Stone, it's a little bit... I could just, I could fall back on... I'm going right. I'm okay with not taking this money, actually. Bone Dog? Sure, I have the room. I miss Permafrost on Bone Dog, but I don't think that's a big deal because the deck's pretty small anyway. I'm not beating myself up over that. I think generally you take shop upgrades first anyway. I guess in case of Bone Dog. But what are the odds, right? Right. Let's go see Arcus. Arcus is actually really scary. Yeah, I think that Arcus is the... Our deck accelerates a lot more after Arcus, so this is going to be a tough one, and it's the worst Arcus because he starts with a heavy. So it's all pretty terrible. I've been drawing pretty poorly in terms of order also. Sapwood second would be preferable here, but, you know. On Arcus, we're going to initiate plan Wildwood Sap last. In this plan, I don't play Wildwood Sap until the end. Complicated plan name, I know. But we're gonna wait to play it until it's the end of combat. Once Arcus enters Relentless, we should be able to wait. Play this Ensnare just for the draw. Okay, it's weird because I don't really feel like any of these cards make a big difference. I'll play Forever Consumed. I can't play Forever Consumed and not kill the Clip Reflector. Interesting conundrum, isn't it? Get rid of Pyre Shards. Like, no matter what, I'm taking a kill here. But I'm not actually taking a kill from myself. Am I? 7? I'm not. I think this is fine. Oh, I could have incanted it once. I could have incanted it twice, yeah. That would have been better. I should have incanted it twice. Oh well. If only I had done 2 incants there, it would have been good. This incant shard is a shame. Yeah, it really is a shame. Okay, so I'll play Blink down here. Please don't lose here. Thank you, Blink. I saw the first one hit, I got a little afraid. I want to ensnare this enemy. I'm just going to play out cards until I have until I can ensnare comfortably. That's fine. I don't mind healing here. I think it's pretty smart. We just have a bunch of... This deck has a lot of little answers like that, where I go, yeah, I can press a heal card here, and then that Master of Light does less damage. Good. And that turn's fine. Again, I'm cutting down their health, which is a good start for this one. But it's not great. However, it doesn't really matter if we enter Relentless with enough sap, we'll win no matter what. So it doesn't really matter how we get there, is what I'm thinking. Next time I see Wildwood Sap, like next time through the deck is when I start playing them. 240. I need something to spend my energy on. Wow, Blink, you piece of shit. Fuck you, Blink. I guess I'll just forever consume down here. It's fine. I was trying to play out enough energy. I realized too late that it would never work out. But leaving that enemy alive is kind of a bait anyway. We want to be knocking him low, but not killing him. And if we can't do that, it's just kind of a waste. The one Plink in my deck is giving me trouble. We have to use things like pack morsels wisely to catch these guys out. I think what I do here is fine. You hit. It doesn't matter what this guy's rage is at, because he should die for free. So let's discard pile. He'll die for free on the top floor, because it's quick, so I'm not worried. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. I'm about to reshuffle the deck. I can wait on this Wildwood Sap, I feel. I think it does matter a lot, too. It's actually really tight, this one. We need to be min-maxing to the highest degree. Yeah, even one turn might end up making a big difference, so we will play accordingly. And Plink really tried to kill this Master of Light for me. I respect the hustle, Plink. We're gonna go into Relentless with 17 regen. Oh, I just used Prismal Dust to win this. Yeah, Prismal Dust wins this. Absolutely. I forgot. I picked Prismal Dust. Prismal Dust, another one of those Umbra cards where I go, do I need this? I don't know. Oh hey, Prismal Dust just saved my life. Oh hey, 6 damage shield just wins Arcus for me. Neat. Cool. Yeah, like it's just absolutely 100% a W. Wow. I don't think I would have won this without Prismal Dust too. Look at that. I should probably have the forethought to link together, pick Prismal Dust because Arcus is difficult, but I didn't need to. I just picked Prismal Dust and I said this probably does something here. I should be more aware of what it will do, but I knew it would do something. Adaptive Mutation is pretty bad. Blazing Bolts is too late. Shroud Spike, I could maybe make use of Shroud Spike here. Like, unironically, it's not the worst idea. Because it's X+3. If I put any morsel from Packed Morsels at X+3 into a unit, it's big. And I'm not doing a ton with my space in this deck. I'll do this, sure. I got Mind Jacks, so I don't need to take space to play mid. I will probably play mid on the Divinity, which means I feel as though I should take draw. Yeah. Thank you, Mind Jacks. Very cool. Go right, we'll pick up some upgrades for our Sapwood. Also, I can remove Blink. I've been pretty aggressive on the removal front. Since I picked up the Shroud Spike, I should probably cut Pyre Shards next. That card is just actually... I guess it does 30 damage, so it's not the worst. But let's do Endless on the Sapwood and give it plus 25. I think it's good because it takes sap from Seraph. Spell Chain. Can I replace Spell Chain Wild with Sap? I think that this is actually pretty good. We have a lot of energy through the Sapwood. And this is 20. I'm basically double stacking here. I'm gonna pay 5 for it, but even if I pay 5 over the course of like 2 or 3 turns, it's really strong. 20 regen is good. Hot take. I'm gonna give it a go. Now, will I duplicate that card? Yeah, sure. I think it is strong. Ruin the run, pick sweet. That'd be fun. Okay. So I take 15 at the next tempo plus 10 from the duplicate. Heaven's Seal I will not be taking on this combat. I respect this combat immensely. This is the combat that gets the most respect out of me. We high rolled and the backliner was the one that got infused, but whoo buddy, you're one bad roll away from the end of your life here. If these two roll infused, you just get run over. And it can happen. It has happened to me. I'll root this enemy and then just kill it. Can I leave it alive at 30? Or like 31 would be optimal. This'll do... The best I can do with Forever Consumed here is 120. Okay, so I always kill this. Sure, give me more damage. Okay. Scary. This enemy is very scary. I'm also gonna lose a bunch of my slays because of Sapwood just stealing kills. This thing has been pretty bad for my run, I feel. I feel like it has mostly been detrimental. It's gonna have its time though, I swear. I'm gonna go, oh wow. I'll take the money since I skipped the trial. And I guess I will do Restoration Detonation here. Because why not? Just get to push 15 to the Gilded Wing. Okay. We'll wait on the Wildwood Saps. I have to draw Ensnare next turn, which is a good thing. Yeah, I have to draw my Ensnare answer. This combat will give you a good idea of if this run is good or terrible. I feel like it is bad. I feel like we have trouble, is what I should say. Though, gauging how bad or good your run is by this combat's turn 1, turn 2 is not necessarily the greatest gauge, because this combat's turn 1, turn 2 is fucking awful. And we have the Pyre help to take it, so I think we'll be okay. Wow, I rolled pretty bad on these infusions, huh? I'm taking a lot. I can make it less by playing consume cards. My Shroud Spike is worthless. This card will do nothing for me. To make Shroud Spike do anything, I have to play mid-floor. I can make this a little better with Wildwood Sap, at least. And if you play one, you may as well play them all. But I gain no damage if I kill this enemy. I gain a little damage if I play one more Wildwood Sap, though. No, I guess I don't. Didn't I have? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I did and I just missed it. Anyway. I'm going to take some damage from this big boy, but even in the worst cases, he's going to do around 50, and that's not the end of the world. It's important to let this enemy live so that it dies. See that animation go in the wrong order? That was kind of weird, wasn't it? I take 30 there. It's actually not that bad because of Bone Dog. Bone Dog can carry me. Both ensnares on the bottom, huh? That's a shame. Okay. I could Sting Forever Consume, but we're much better off playing like this. It is, as I said, Thorn Lord is going to play a very major role in actually killing enemies in this combat. Or in this run, I should say. And again, Prismal Dust fixes my problems. Prismal Dust, thank you. I am once again indebted to you. It's actually so nuts. Like, in this run, usually it's pretty underwhelming because it doesn't, like, you don't need it. But on this run, we need it. Maybe not, because here we get a big infusion of regen. And I was holding off because I wanted to time out. Or try to get the kills to Shattered Shell. Like, 27 regen's a lot, but I think that our Shattered Shell doesn't do enough damage, so Prismal Dust has to clean up here. Either way, thank you, Prismal Dust. Did I need it or not? Who cares? Thanks, Prismal Dust. Very cool. That's just 4, 6, 4, 7, 1 by 1 small choice like that. What a hero. Damn, I got rid of Pyre Shards. Fuck. I could play Bramble Lash. It could do 40. I don't need Engraft here. Void Binding's okay. We have a lot of energy, but I don't think I want it. You could make a case for it, though. It's a nice, like, disaster situation card, but I'm gonna go without disasters, hopefully. Let's go right, as planned. Prismal Dust won't just steal the Divinity for us. We are going to rely on Wildwood Sap for that. Show me what you got. Dreamstone? Sure, that's fine. Or here, just piercing 40 on Mind Collapse is pretty slick. That's actually really nuts, right? Because it's also X+3. This just does like 49 damage for 0 with piercing. That's a really insane card. And then let's do this bad boy. That's a nice even 100. Consume. I'm looking for... Remove Consume is good. I'm looking for Holdover. Okay. I saw a bee outside. I just had to double check and make sure that bee was not in here. It isn't, don't worry. I kind of feel like I baited myself with Shroud Spike, but I'm gonna commit to it. I don't think that it's right to get rid of Bone Dog. I think Bone Dog will have good effects throughout the rest of the run. So I feel like the worst card is probably Restoration Detonation at this point. It took us through the early game and now we're chilling in the late game. And it's maybe just Root Seeds, honestly. All the Plinks are gone. This is a tough choice because every card in here makes at least some impact. Shroud Spike might be the worst, but I feel like if I get this off, it's pretty good. Just get rid of it. I took it, and I'm just gonna say it was wrong and move on. So, guaranteed remove consume is decent. Like, there's a lot of good picks here. Wildwood Sap, Prismal Dust, they're both very strong choices. With like Prismal Dust is actually really, really strong. We get so much damage shield. But I don't think that this run has a problem of killing the enemies. Or not. This run has a problem of killing the enemies. I don't think we have a problem of surviving. Relentless. So I should roll for holdover, I feel. Sick. I feel like with a holdover and snare, we're just done. I think we're just done. I think that should seal the deal for us. There's some draws that are bad enough, but I feel like with the holdover and snare, we should answer heavies by just locking them down. We get to pick one heavy and lock it in jail forever. Which means Shattered Shell can take his sweet time. I have not drawn Shattered Shell turn 1 a single time. It's a little disappointing. I'll forever consume this guy. I can play mid, I feel. That's good. That's really good. And I'll wait on Wildwood Sap. Stick to the plan. Yeah, Shattered Shell. Oh, he doesn't get the first kill because he doesn't swing. Because of 3 sap. I always forget about that effect in this game. Doesn't take much, but as long as he gets to his first kill, he should scale. Also, Morsel Maker Infusion helps him get out of there. I do not play a consume card on the mid floor here. It is very wrong. What's he getting? He's gonna get +9, but he's also gonna lose 6. So he's +3, he's at 6. I think I'm okay. Oh, I can throw some morsels top floor to try and bait. That seems good. Okay. I think we're fine. Probably throw this Mind Collapse down here. Nice, that's a good bait. That helps a lot. Because now we actually get these kills on Shattered Shell, we can start our scaling plan. Ensnare. I do feed, but it's okay. This enemy should die. As long as the enemy that I'm ensnaring dies the next turn, we're chillin'. Rather not take 15 here, but I think there's nothing I can do because of the -1 million on these morsels. Yeah. That's okay. I don't think it's wrong to play mid-4 here. No, it probably is wrong to play mid-4, but it's nice to be able to bait the sap, I feel. So you can debate one way or the other, and I think that you'll be, you have a good case no matter what, basically. I will play these spells. I think we actually should get this kill. It's 20, no, it's off by 2, right? He misses it by 2. It's okay. We have Bone Dog to keep us going here, and the deck's 22 cards, and I draw 10 per turn, so I see Bone Dog pretty frequently. The Sapwood, I'll say it, the Sapwood's doing well. It's given us a lot of value. My Cursed Vines isn't getting to do anything, which is a shame, but that's okay. It's a good problem to have. Forever Consumed is looking good. Throw Pack Morsels top 4 like we just did. Bait the sap. I guess there's already there's already sap baiters up here. But now we got a full 4 of them. Also, if I ever let a harvest enemy go up there, I instantly lose the game. So that's pretty exciting. Like this should give me the kill. Forever Consumed was the right choice. That is, if there's one thing that I can tell you I'm confident of in this run, Forever Consumed was definitely the right pick. That card and Mind Collapse, like, I picked enough supporting cast cards from Umbra that we're going to get out of this one, okay. Also, should not have put my... Yeah, shouldn't have wasted a root here. That's okay, though. Forever Consumed is almost too efficient. I mean, it is too efficient here. But I'm not getting the kill on Shattered Shell anyway, so I may as well do it this way. Our game plan is stack sap, and I have like 40-something sap, so we should crush anything here. Could potentially just root this enemy over and over. I'll just Mind Collapse it. Yeah, we'll just keep actually I can Sting it, which is better. And we'll keep stacking the sap up. Ensnare has quickly moved into like MVP card territory for me though. I find every time I take this card I find myself going, holy moly, it's carrying me. This is a different Shattered Shell run than what you normally play, because normally with Shattered Shell your game plan is to just have Shattered Shell scale up like crazy. In this one our game plan is to stack so much regen and root the enemies. We're basically playing Strangler without the Strangler here, which is neat. Organize this to the front, root mid here so that we get all of these as we would like. So too much energy too. 210. Like I just kill one. I don't think it's right. I think actually I was wrong. I should have pulled this Gilded Wings to the front and Forever Consumed. I didn't think about it. Oh well. That's fine. I mean, it's still fine. It doesn't make a big difference. This could have been a little more efficient. Shattered Shell cleans up this turn. I think we're there. We have 45 regen and we have a unit doing 200 quick. I don't think that this is... I think that on the Divinity your problems are different, and this will beat this Relentless for me, is what I believe. And on the Divinity your problem isn't usually Relentless. But if we stack up 45 regen, we'll crush Relentless most likely. This unit slaps. Oh wow, it's really close. It is a lot closer than I would have expected. And that's because, you know, 44 regen back in the old days, that's ridiculous overkill. 44 regen now that Seraph has 48 attack, well, it's a little less overkill, isn't it? The damage shield there so it looks less scary. Yeah, regen as a strategy. I mean, just look at it here, right? It got a lot worse because of the last Divinity. The DLC made regen worse because these enemies are, or these bosses are a lot more demanding in terms of the numbers you need to hit. Before, 60 was like, haha, look at this ridiculous amount of regen I put up, and now 60 is like, well, it's enough. And that's not great. Please draw me Shattered Shell turn one time, Monster Train. Hey, good turn, good combat one. Nope. Okay. Overall, this is pretty rough. I fear the worst. We can... That's 49. Okay. We can do something. You're here. I am scaling these enemies, but that doesn't matter because they're dazed. Alright, I need to... Oh, it's just short. I want to play Mind Collapse at 1x so that I leave this enemy in Shattered Shell killing range, basically, is my thinking. And I think that that is worth Wildwood sapping for. I'm going to need to put Wildwood sap down on Wildington. Like, I will need to do it at some point. 30 puts you to... What are you at? You're at 15? I think that's fine. Like, my healing is all in Wildwood sap, so I'm okay with using it like that. Because I think it ends up being positive for me. Okay, and we can root the excess. I have no pings, huh? Well, I have pings, but I have to not draw 10 for them to work. Okay. If we live the next 2 waves, I think we will be okay. I don't think we live the next 2 waves, though. I fear greatly. I think it's wrong to play Root Seeds and draw 10. I think it's wrong to play Root Seeds here. And there's no reason to hold on to Pack Morsels. I'll just put these up here. Let them die. It's tight. I might be able to just sack Fire Health to live this. It's a possibility. Okay, I don't get rewarded here. Yeah, this is horrible. This wave is really bad. Yeah, that's just awful. Okay. Okay, so the bait here is rooting Clipped Reflector. That's the wrong play and it kills me. I can pull it to the front and then just cut it I can probably kill it actually with this, right? Pretty close anyway. Root Seeds is worth. Pack Morsels, Wildwood Sap. What I have to do is I have to root this Redirector. I have to split the spikes from this wave or else I'll just die. My Shattered Shell will just kill itself next turn if I don't split the spikes. Absolutely. I think if I Pack Morsels, Wildwood Sap, I catch you. Yeah, I don't even take that much for this. Now, if I play one more, I think I stop catching you, so I will wait on this. I'm also pretty sure I'm ruining myself if I put Wildwood Sap bottom. $36, 45, 54, 59, 70. I think I'm doing my math correctly here. If I'm doing my math correctly, let's check it one more time. 36, 45, 54, 59, 70. Minus 20 is 50. This unit is 55, so it'll get to swing and then it'll kill itself. If I chump with a morsel, I believe this is right. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Of course, because the armor gain. A classic mistake on my end. I just fed a bunch of armor for no reason. That's okay. I mean, it's a shame that I messed it up, but that's okay. I should have just played a consume spell down here. That's the mistake here. I should have played a consume spell. Pack Morsel should have gone bottom and I should have let this enemy die. Or let that enemy walk. I focused too much on killing it. Yeah, and I will not pay the price as there is no justice. However, I should have paid the price for that one. Absolutely. Okay, let's go through this turn again. Be smart about it this time. I will... That's 79. So... I will Mind Collapse the Wilt Wings. Actually, I don't even need to. Better choice is to Vine Grasp this Harvest to the front and then kill it. It has 265. So I need to do 270, which means I need to play this at 4? No, that's 210. I need to play this at 6. So I have 4 energy to play with here, which I can spend rooting these 2 clowns. I'm going to play... Wait, I don't actually want this to be killed by me then. Like, I don't want it to be stung out. But we'll go Vine Grasp you to the front. Play this at 6. I drop a Wildwood Sap here. Okay. 300 goes to 270. I think the smart choice... Is it smart? Let me think. So Root Seeds goes here. I'm definitely playing Root Seeds. There's no doubt about that. I might just sack Pyre Health and let one of these guys walk, and I know what you're thinking. Why? And the why is to maybe stop Chains. Chains only has 530? Because I just have to perma-root him for a while before he dies. That's the problem. But I guess that's part of the plan anyway. So, you know. If I play a Root Seeds, I can get you, right? I can get you with the kill on Shattered Shell, if I'm not mistaken here. Because this will do 240, you'll be at 2 HP. Shattered Shell cleans it up. I think this is good. Yeah. Let's cut this enemy out. That way, our Wendleton has a direct line onto the boss. This is another thinker of a combat. This one is not easy. This wave will be a problem, this wave will be a problem. I said I think if we survive the first 2 waves, we'll be chillin'. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Forever Consumed is just going to be doing all of the heavy lifting here, it looks. Okay, I want to... I don't need to. I don't need to worry about... I can draw to 10 here. I can draw to 10 here and it's okay. Drawing to 10 here is not a negative. It would have been good to not draw to 10 on the last turn, but that fell to the wayside in my brain. We snare here. Double Sting, Sapwood, and then I think Forever Consume. I think we might just not have enough regen for Relentless, even. We have another 10 though, so it should be okay. 150 is fine. Rooted Chains. The problem is when the second mini-boss spawns, Chains needs to be dead. Which is next wave. Oh god, that's scary. The good thing about this wave is it is not spikes. The bad thing is, oh god, that's scary. Oh, let me actually sit up for this one. Whoa. Sit up and then almost tilt backwards and die. We drew Mind Collapse, so we're actually just hard chilling here. Never mind, I ping this conduit off and we're no problem. I want to not draw to 10 on this turn. Important thing to think about. I will give the 15 armor to the floor for the Sapwood. I think it's worth. I also think the Sapwood 16, 23, 43, 54. The Sapwood should... the Sapwood kills itself. It lives and then dies on spikes. That's okay. I'll play it anyway. So, I do not need to worry about splitting this wave because I can kill the most important target. I can draw 3. I play 2 Root Seeds and not 3 Root Seeds. I play 1 Ensnare on Chains, I think. I accept this damage. Actually, which one does more damage? 227, 352 minus 227 is, oh god, 152, 132, 125. So if I throw a Sting or something similar at Chains next turn, I will take 3 times 14. Versus this enemy who lives at 130, I'll take... It's better to stop Chains. Okay. Better to stop Chains. Yes. I agree. I can just pull... I can prematurely pull this enemy to the front, actually. Hope for the best. Probably right. And then kill ya. Yeah. Oh wait, it lives. What? Oh, because I pulled him to the front. Let's go. I think I still want to keep the pull in. And... not yet, but next time we see Prismal Dust, we put it on Shattered Shell. I think that'll matter. Why Shattered Shell? I'll tell you in a sec. I think we're there. I think we somehow snuck out of this one. I think we're committing a robbery here today, and I'm happy to do it. Now, moving these enemies around matters a little, because if I pull the Clipped Reflector to the front, it should die, and then I can focus on rooting this Harvest Boy. 1 Sting up here, and you do 40. Acceptable. I'm not gonna... Actually, maybe I could just root it. I don't need to I do need to reorganize the floor next turn, potentially. So I shouldn't draw to 10. Should stop. Tap here. We're at 44. He does 28, so we have a lot of rounds. Yeah, we're chilling in Relentless. We have a lot of rounds. We have like 20 rounds. Not quite 20 rounds, but like 15 rounds, which is plenty. Okay. I need the Vine Grass for the Forever Consumed. Right? Because I want to pull... Actually, I just Forever Consumed the Dark Wings. So I can root up here, I feel. And just draw to 10. Guarantee Forever Consumed, Dark Wings, root last night. Yeah, okay. So I can draw to 10 here. This thing here. Sure. I think if I've done all of my math correctly, we should win this combat now. And this one, I am happy to take. Did they lower the health of these enemies, or did I roll enemies with lower health than would be expected? I think I rolled enemies with lower health is all. I don't even need the Forever Consumed here. It's actually bad too. I'll just root the boss. This wave just dies straight up to Shattered Shell. I'm going to greed for more energy for Prismal Dust. And I'm just going to kill this enemy. Okay. This run wasn't easy. I'm talking as if it is over. It is not necessarily over yet. But this one, it wasn't easy. I should ping off curses where I can here. And I will. I can catch one, but not both curse enemies, and I can root the Gilded Wings, which is good to do, because that stops it from entering Relentless. Okay. And I will ping off here, Sting, Vine Grass, doesn't matter. Just press enter, I guess. I think we got it though. I think we got it, and I'm proud of myself. I'm just gonna say it. The long, cruel night comes to an end. The long, cruel night of Monster Train losses comes to an end. And it wasn't a free win. You can, like, I'm pretty sure I spent 25 minutes on this combat. And that's how you know you're playing a fucking rough one. That is, like, I think if there's anything that I can give you as an indicator that you're playing a very tough one, I'm pretty sure I entered this combat at 50 minutes, and it's an hour and 7. Like, that one hurt. That one was a lot of thinking to find the answers. I had to do a lot of math to make sure that my my numbers worked out, but if you take one thing away from this run, it's that Ensnare is busted. Ensnare is such an insanely good card. If you're playing any sort of sweep strategy in Awoken, Ensnare just takes you there. It's so good. And Wildwood Sap still got it. And you know what? Wilting Sapwood was nuts here. Wilting Sapwood let me draw half of my deck and play half of my deck every turn. Like, every piece that I took in this deck was important, for sure. Wilting Sapwood absolutely earned it. And we would not have won without that Forever Consumed. I think if I took Blazing Bolts, I would have lost. The X+3 relic was very good. Mind Collapse was very good. I probably would have died without Prismal Dust. It's like, I get into the mindset of, well, I just don't need to take anything from Umbra, and that's a wrong mindset because there's like 3 crucial cards that can save your run. The difference between winning and losing can be just a few cards you take early on. Looking at you. What's it called? Immortal Trade? Looking at you, Immortal Trade. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's like a weight has lifted off of my shoulders with this victory. Thank God. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.